They brought us before the mighty King, gold idols shining, demanding our knees. Trumpets sounded, the crowd bowed low, but inside our hearts we already knew. They said, where is your God today? Who will save you from this burning way? We lifted our eyes, steady and still, for our God had already sealed our will. We told that King with fearless voice, we will not bow, we made our choice. Our God is able, strong and true, but even if He doesn't, we won't worship you. We walked through the fire and we weren't alone. There was another walking beside our souls. Flames had no power, chains fell away. The presence of God turned night into day. We walked through the fire, came out refined. Not even the smell of smoke on our lives. When you stand for God, heaven replies. We walk through the fire, and we're still alive. They heated the furnace 7 times more. Soldiers fell dead at the fiery door. They bound our hands, they tied our feet, but faith carried us through every heat. As we were thrown, we lifted our praise, not knowing how, but knowing His ways. The ropes burned off, but we stood tall. 3 went in, but 4 stood in awe. The King leaned forward, eyes open wide. Didn't we cast in 3-man tide? He said, I see 4 walking free, and the 4th looks like divinity. We walked through the fire, and we weren't alone. There was another walking beside our soul. Flames had no power, chains fell away. The presence of God turned night into day. We walked through the fire, came out refined. Not even the smell of smoke on our lives. When you stand for God, heaven replies. We walk through the fire, and we're still no bowing to fear, no bending to man, no burning can stop what God has planned. We stood in the flames, but we did not fall, because greater was He than the fire and all. The fire tested us, but God defended us. Our obedience called forth His presence. Chains broke, faith rose. God stepped in, and the furnace froze. They brought us out before every eye. No burns on our bodies, no scorch in the sky. The King declared what nations would hear. There is no God like the God who appears. We walked through the fire, and we weren't alone. The Son of Heaven stood flesh and bone. What was meant to destroy became holy ground. God turned the furnace into victory sound. We walked through the fire, flame out restored, living proof of a faithful Lord. Stand your ground, don't compromise. If God is for you, you will rise. So if you're facing a furnace tonight, hold your confession, stand in His might. Your fire may roar, but it won't consume, because God still walks in the middle of the room. We are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and we walk through the fire